There is something about the Mustang that has evaded me, and it's about time I correct that. Fender have been kind enough to partner with me on this video and let me have a little freedom to explore this alternative instrument by using the latest models from the Fender Player 2 series. In this video, I'm recording my original song, Lipstick Melts, in two versions. Once on the electric guitar, which is rather predictable for me, don't you think? So I want to mix it up and see if I can translate a solo performance to bass guitar. The fact that the Mustang bass has a scale length of 30 inches rather than my other basses that are at 34 makes a huge difference for my playing style, especially in this particular song. We know I'm no pure bassist, but this sort of experimentation sets my heart alight. This is why we collect different types of guitars. We're in on the secret. It makes you change up your style, your thinking, and well, they just sound different. They all play different roles. There we go. That's what you can tell your partner when they ask, "Don't you have enough already?" But first, I had to look into the history of the Mustang guitar and bass. Here's what I learned. The Mustang is a short-scale, smaller body offset electric guitar with two single-coil pickups. First brought to market in 1964, the Mustang was designed for beginners as part of Fender's range of student guitars, following in the footsteps of the Music Master and duo Sonic. It was low cost, retailing at $189.50, with a shorter body that made it easier on developing fingers and an offset waisted body made from poplar, alder or ash, similar to the Jazzmaster. It was initially available in two models, a 3/4 22.5-inch scale length with 21 frets, and the larger 24-inch scale with 22 frets. The Mustang was the first student model to feature a vibrato system, christened the Dynamic Vibrato Tailpiece, as well as a floating bridge. Its two single-coil pickups were not dissimilar to the Stratocasters, but were entirely covered with no visible pole pieces. Because the Mustang's body was already routed beneath the pickguard, many players would tinker with the electronics for even more tonal options. The 64 models came in white, blue, and red, with the 1969 competition series introducing the diagonal racing stripes and painted headstocks. Fender ceased Mustang production in 1982, but its popularity with the new wave of alt-rock, shoegaze and grunge musicians like Mudhoney, Melvins, My Bloody Valentine and Nirvana led to its reissue in 1990. It's been in production ever since, with Fender bringing out a range of models, including the classic Series 65 Mustang, the Vintera 60s and Vintera 2 70s competition, and the American Performer, as well as signature models for Kurt Cobain and Ben Gibbard of Death Cab for Cutie and the Postal Service. Other notable players include Todd Rundgren, My Bloody Valentine's Belinda Butcher, David Byrne, Graham Coxon and Damon Albarn of Blur, John Frusciante, Warpaint's Theresa Wayman, Matt Healy from the 1975, and of course Kurt Cobain, who called the Mustang his favourite guitar in the world. He played a 1969 competition Mustang in the Smells Like Teen Spirit video, which would sell for $4.5 million at auction, making it one of the most valuable electric guitars of all time. Preparing for the Inutero tour in 1993, Kurt placed an order for 10 left-handed Mustangs, 5 in Sonic Blue, 5 in Fiesta Red. They were built by Scott Zimmerman, a renowned master builder who'd also built guitars for Queen, Kiss, and Bryan Adams. 6 had been delivered by the time of Cobain's death, and the 4 remaining made their way into the Japanese market via a distributor, with buyers in Tokyo having no idea just who they'd been made for. Fender paid tribute to Cobain with their 2012 Artist Edition. I also have this. This is the Mustang bass, first introduced to the market in 1966 and noteworthy for being the last bass Leo Fender designed during his time at Fender. Again, shorter scale and medium jumbo frets, so easier for players to get to grips with. The 60s models has two single-coil pickups for this bright, vigorous tone, which has been faithfully recreated for the Player 2 series. It's been the model of choice for all the cool kids. Tina Weymouth of Talking Heads, Fred Smith of Television, and Kim Gordon of Sonic Youth all rocked it. Justin Meldal Johnson, who's played with Beck, Paramore and Nine Inch Nails, among others, was honoured with the signature Model 2, the JMJ road-worn bass. The Mustang has been the sound of the alternative for the past few decades. If the Strat is the golden boy of the family, then the Mustang is the troublesome younger brother who's into skateboarding, dyes his hair blue, and listens to shoegaze. Live or in the studio, musicians have done some incredible things with it, so I thought I would see what I could come up with using both models in my studio. Okay, now it is time to put something out of my mind. I need to eliminate this from my inquiries as to whether or not this works, because this bass is short scale, so it does mean that I can play a little bit more similar to how I played the guitar, because the neck width is obviously a little bit less. And the way I play it on guitar, I'm just going to see if it translates to playing this Mustang bass. So if I try and keep it a little bit percussive, but not too much slap, I wonder if this will work if I sing at the same time. I'm going to start the click on the recording.
My lipstick melts, the heat of this club, sweat on your skin, suffering, eyes lock across the room. I've never moved so close to you. Our world is ending tonight. Rapture, you'll be by my side. Our world is ending tonight. Rapture, you'll be by my side.
It's just been a joy to try out these guitars and put myself under a little bit of pressure recording in full takes. Singing and playing bass at the same time is a fun challenge too. Short-scale instruments are definitely something to explore, not just for those with smaller hands, but maybe there's something you're trying to play that would just be easier if you didn't have to reach as far.
Downstairs, push open doors, escape out into November cold. You hold my hand to let me know you'll never be letting go. Our world is ending tonight. Rapture, you'll be by my side. Our world is ending tonight. Rapture, you'll be by my side.
Interested to see what you think in the comments below. Maybe you've been a Mustang player this whole entire time. Let me know who inspired you to play it and which one you have in the comments below. And massive thanks to Fender for helping me make this video. But of course, I'll be seeing you here again very, very soon.